Hey, how's it going? I'm Lynx, and today we got all the information on the brand new Holy War Festival Estarossa, and let me tell you, it's looking pretty damn good. At least on paper. At least on paper. And what they showed in the PvP live stream that they did, so yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, first of all, he is not a darkness type unit as many people had hoped for. Instead, he is a speed attribute unit or a blue type unit, which, I mean, it's predictable. The other two Estarossas that we currently have are green and red, so yeah, it's pretty fitting that he is a blue unit. His abilities are something else though, and we'll start with the passive, which states that when an ally who is a demon or a commandment, such as Gloxinia or Droll, attack an enemy, that enemy gets inflicted by a stacking debuff called Darkness. This darkness effect stacks up to 4 times, and at max stacks the enemy gets applied with another debuff called Silkworm effect for 1 turn. I'm pretty sure this is a mistranslation by Google Translate, so I apologize if it sounds weird. I'm pretty sure it's not called Silkworm. I've seen other translations call it something else, but yeah. Anyway, this Silkworm debuff reduces that enemy's all stats by 40%. Additionally, each darkness debuff increases damage enemies take by 10%, stacking up to 5 times, so up to an additional 50% damage taken. Not only that, for each debuff on the enemy team increases the ally's basic stat by 5%, stacking up to 10 times, so an additional 50% basic stat increase. And also, these debuffs are grey, so they cannot be removed. Yeah, that's one crazy passive. Man, that's crazy. I'm wondering if it will work with Zeldris, because the debuffs are grey, so if Zeldris's passive will work. But we'll have to see, I guess. Anyway, onto his commandment. His commandment only works in PvP and states that 1 buff is removed from any unit that uses a skill in PvP. Applies to both allies and enemies. Now this could be counterintuitive when running Assault Mode Estarossa with either Traitor Meliodas or Assault Mode Meliodas, as they both want to have as many buffs as possible for their Amplify cards. I mean, running with Sigurd could potentially negate the effect, because, as you know, with Sigurd's Holy Relic, he reapplies the 3 buffs every turn if an enemy has a debuff on them. So I guess, like, removing those Sigurd buffs wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but we'll have to see. We'll have to play around with him. He has 2 attack cards. They're both single target attack cards, so the first one is the really good one. It's a single target melee attack card that deals a percentage of attack power as damage as, well, this type of damage. I'm not sure why Google Translate won't translate this for me. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's a new type of damage. But it basically, what it does is it deals an additional 50% damage based on how many stacks of darkness the enemy has. So 50% extra damage for each darkness debuff on the enemy. And I mean, that's so crazy. In the video, he pretty much one-shots Diane with this card, so yeah. His second card is just a single target flood card, so basically for each 1% of remaining health left, he deals an additional 0.8% damage. It is a ranged card, unlike the one Askenos, which is a single target melee one. This is a single target ranged one, so I mean, it's not the greatest, but man, it does look good. Just look at that animation. Oh man. His ultimate though, yeah, it is a whale ultimate. Of course it is. We all knew it was gonna be a whale ultimate, just like all the other new festivals have been, so nothing new there. So basically what it does is it applies a debuff for 3 turns that reduces either the enemy's attack and defense or basic stats. I think it's basic stats, but somehow Google is translating all of these differently, so I do believe it's basic stats. Or I could be wrong. Basic stat might only be for a 6/6 ultimate, because the text is different here. But yeah, I think it's just basic stats, and then on, well, ult level 1 and at least ult level 3, it's attack and defense. It could be that at ult level 4 it's basic stats. So just like the Light Lizas has different effects from 1 to 3 and then 4 to 6. This one could be the same. But it does an additional damage based on every buff, debuff, or stance skill on the enemy. And on level 1 it's only 5%, but on but on 6/6 it's 40% for each one. And I mean, that's just nuts. If you look at the video, it easily does like 4 million damage, and it's like, yeah, it's GG. You can't stance up, you can't buff up. The enemy's gonna debuff you and you're just gonna die if you face an Estarossa. I think that's... I mean, that's nuts. But we'll have to see. We'll have to play around with him. He comes out on JP tomorrow, so look forward to like all the JP YouTubers putting out videos on it. I myself will get my hands on him the first thing next Tuesday, so look forward to that, and I'll be making some, well, both PvP videos, and I don't think he can really work in PvE because he needs to debuff the enemies, and I'm pretty sure like most bosses and stuff can't be debuffed. At least not with those debuffs, or I'm not sure because they're grey debuffs, so maybe. We'll see. But anyway, that's Estarossa. He looks awesome. The animations are crisp. He looks really, really strong. Obviously a whale unit, but yeah. I don't think there's anything else to say about it. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!